Hello, and welcome to another episode of Leaving Scientology by Louis Repetto. Today I have a guest star here, WOG enthusiast, Crystal Clarity.
What? Thank you for having me, Louis Repetto.
You are welcome. So, I'm doing an episode here about leaving Scientology because I was born into the Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
And I was I was born into the Church of Scientology in 1982, and then later I joined the C organization, the Billion Year Contract Organization for Scientology, and then I escaped later in 2013, and since then I've been living out in the wonderful WOG world. In Scientology, they call people that are non-Scientologists or who have never done Scientology, they call them WOGs. It is sort of a degrading term.
No, I like it. I'm a WOG.
Yes, but when I found out about the WOG world,
Yeah.
I found out how wonderful WOGs are,
Yeah.
and so we've been just using WOG world like it's a good thing. Like,
Let's own it. Let's take it back. It's ours.
yes, let's do it.
I don't have any idea about what you are going to talk about today, but I'm here to just give you a crazy perspective when it happens to me, I guess.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
So wait a minute. I want to tell people who you are. So guest starring WOG enthusiast Crystal Clarity.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly to you? WOG. What's WOG?
It just means somebody that's in not in Scientology who doesn't believe that they are something more than their body.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah. I learned that through my boyfriend though. He taught me some things.
Yeah. Now, why are you Crystal Clarity? Why is that?
Because Crystal's my name and I provide some clarity, like some different perspectives on things that you like talk about.
Yes, I love those.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are going to be talking about EPF.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't even know?
I don't even know.
So I was going to tell her what this was on, I haven't told her yet, and she hasn't read the books. You haven't read the books?
I have not.
I'm trying to get used to this.
Yeah? Is it weird?
Yeah. It's just like someone's looking at me there, but I don't want to I want to look at you, but I also want to look at them.
Tell the people, for sure.
So, and then, I sometimes look away. Yeah. Okay. All right. For me, the Estates Project Force, EPF, Estates Project Force.
Okay.
That, for me, was the next step in my journey. I don't know, the journey it was like the next step for me. Okay, I was born in 82, right? And then in 1999, I joined the Sea Org.
Yeah.
And then right when I joined, they put you on the Estates Project Force.
Okay.
And so I'm used to having free time.
Yeah.
And like being able to watch stuff, and then I'm used to like having other hobbies like movies and things like that.
Yeah.
But then
so pre-Sea Org, SEA, which I didn't know.
Okay. Wow, when did you find that out?
I don't remember. I just I don't know, maybe 6 months into dating you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you kept saying Sea Org, and I just kept doing the C,
Like
in my head mentally, like a Sea Org, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but let's keep going with it.
Yeah. So I went from there, from sort of being in the WOG world to being into the Sea Org.
Yeah.
Now that's a whole different thing, right? So I did this. What they do is they have you listen to these lectures by L. Ron Hubbard. It's 5 different lectures.
Yeah.
It's 5 different lectures. and they're from L. Ron Hubbard talking about what the Sea Organization is. And basically, for me, what was happening was, I don't know how to describe it. I just wanted to like learn. I wanted to learn everything I could at that moment. I was 17. I wanted to learn everything I could. Was interested in Scientology and the aspects to it and all that it had to offer. And but so I get into the States Project Force, and it is brutal. Like a lot of hard labor, and then a lot of studying. And then that was when you listen to the lectures, and then you do all kinds of like drills and stuff to become a Sea Org member. And then you have to also learn the code of a Sea Org member. It's like 20 different paragraphs, and you have to um, read each one and understand each one. You have to pass tests
Okay.
on it. And I want to make it sound like it's so awful now, looking back on it. I want to make it sound like it's so awful, but when I was there doing it, it didn't seem that awful.
Probably because you were like excited about the goal in mind. You knew what you were trying to do, and it was all throughout Delphi. You guys did those things in Delphi too, where here's my goal for the week, and these are my steps to do it, right?
Yeah.
So here's your goal to go up across the bridge and do all the Scientology things, and these are the steps to do it. You were just like happy to be in the process, probably.
Yeah, I was really happy. Then
Yeah.
2 weeks in, I wanted to leave the Sea Org.
Okay.
I really wanted to leave.
So what triggered that?
What triggered it was that okay.
Yeah.
So what triggered it? When I wanted to leave?
Yeah, 2 weeks in.
I remember going through, here's what I told my auditor. I remember walking through the I was walking through I don't know what it's called now. It's called the carpool or something in the back of Asho. And I had my shorts on, and I was with my broom and my pan and stuff. And I was just doing like getting lots of dirt and stuff off the ground, which doesn't sound so bad, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty nasty. And then where they had me doing it. And then that's when I had it. I
So you
wanted
were
to leave
just sick
Scientology.
of like cleaning.
What?
You were sick of cleaning?
No, no, it's everything. It's like um, in the mornings, you have to wake up at 7:30, and you have to put your everything has to be exactly right. And then Jesse, the state's project force in charge at the time, he was like always yelling at you, and they were very strict, like very strict. And you have to stand the exact way, and if you didn't, you have to run up and down these stairs, like 6 flights of stairs. I guess it was more like 9. Not sure. Is that
So it's like boot
communicate?
camp?
It was like boot camp. Yeah, it was. I've never been to boot camp. Is that what boot camp's like?
Have you seen movies about boot camp?
I
Did you see
kind of.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember in boot camp how they were always doing a menial like cleaning task and they were always getting yelled at, and you always had to like do drills to do things correctly and so that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Then I did boot camp.
Okay, so you're in boot camp for Scientology for the Sea Org.
Yes.
And you were like, boot camp sucks.
Yeah, and it also where we live sucked
Yeah.
too, because we were on like, I guess part of boot camp maybe, but we had like bunk beds, and there were metal bunk beds, and there was like the mattress was like 3 inches thick. And in the building, like the floor was not actual carpet. It was like that office carpet, the blue stuff. And then right below it was the industrial floor. And the
Okay, so it
walls
was
were
just like
industrial.
the carpet directly onto the concrete versus it having that like
Yeah.
foam pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It seemed
Alright.
like that.
All right. Okay. I'm
I'm just
picturing
trying
it.
to, yeah. And then, so they were doing like renovations. They were always saying they were going to improve everyone's rooms and stuff for the longest time. And they had all of these rooms that were not really rooms. They were just parts of the building, and had beds in them.
Okay.
So I stayed in there, and that was part of it. And then it was the showering. You know, you have young people, old people, everyone walking through the hallways in their towels from their room to the shower. And sometimes you have to go from the second floor, which is where I was on the EPF, all the way up to the 6th floor to
Wow.
yeah, and I was not allowed to use the elevator. I had to use the stairs.
Dang.
Thanks. And then yeah, then I had to use the stairs in my towel or in whatever, because I didn't have any clothes. I wasn't allowed to wear any other clothes. So what was I supposed to use? I had like this Velcro towel thing that my mom had bought me. It's like we bought all this stuff so that I was like somewhat comfortable in the Sea Org.
You didn't like the showers. We don't have to talk about all the little things about the showers.
Okay.
You didn't like it. You wanted to leave. Then what?
They put me in session and interrogated me.
And what did they say? What were they saying to you?
They were saying, just before you thought about leaving,
yeah,
what is your secret? What is your crime?
What was it?
What was my secret?
Yeah, what was your secret?
um I don't know.
Okay.
But I thought of another thing that happened later. I did call and tell my mother one time when I was like 3 months into the Sea Org. I called my mom and told her about what happened at the event. I was at an event and I saw COB.
Which is David Miscavige.
Yeah, David Miscavige.
He always says COB. He never says David Miscavige, which is weird.
Yes, I actually been trying to say David.
I know
Miscavige.
you have.
Yeah, COB, chairman of the board, RTC, COB.
Yeah, the cob, like corn cob.
Yeah,
exactly. Can we call him corn cob? I guess no.
I don't know. I saw him basically rip somebody a new asshole when the guy was messing up on the audio.
Yeah.
I was there like on security.
Okay.
And he said, Hey, you better M9 star rate the definition of comm lag.
Yeah, you better Death Star that comm lag. That's what cobs do.
He's ripping some guy a new butthole. So I saw it and it scared the hell out. I don't know. I just saw it and I told my mom about it. I used the security phone and I got reported.
Yeah, they probably were listening to it.
They did listen to it because I got reported on for it.
Yeah. Congratulations for having
a
reaction to some fucking verbal abuse.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yes. Thank you. That feels good.
Okay, good.
So how's your day?
My day's good. Cool. So you're in the Sea Org.
Yeah.
It's 3 months in. You've done this no against the corn cob leader. And so you're telling your secrets about why you want to leave. You're telling them the secrets. It makes you feel better. So then you choose to stay. Can I ask if Delphi, because you know how like you were sick of like studying word clearing, doing all those things in Delphi. So that was one of the reasons why you wanted to go to the Sea Org. Because you were like, I'm done with all of this stuff. I would like to progress.
Yeah.
But surprise, it sounds like Sea Org's just a bunch more of the Delphi stuff, a bunch more studying, a bunch more doing all these like routines,
Mm,
right? Where did you have more of your free time, Delphi or Sea Org?
Delphi,
That's yeah,
for sure.
but it didn't sell itself to you that way, right?
No.
No, they acted like it's a job and you have the portion to the Sea Org, but that you still could do other things, right? But then you don't. Do they ever let you guys talk to Sea Org members prior to joining?
Yes, but the Sea Org members, I've been a part of this. They only let you talk to certain people, but you don't know. The recruit does not know that. The
Okay.
person being does not know that it's being orchestrated.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you don't want some dude who's trying to leave the Sea Org to, you know,
Talk to people being like, "Oh my god, it's so much work, guys, don't do it."
yeah, it sucks so bad.
Once you get in, it's super super hard to get out.
The media, when I was on the EPF, back to the 2 weeks in on the EPF,
Yeah.
they were like on the States Project Force. I was out in the street on L. Ron Hubbard Way, and a media van pulled up next to me and asked me, like, "What is this? What are you doing?" And I just told the guy, "You should go and ask our public relations officer." And I pointed to the security guard. That's our public relations officer. The security guard is the one that will answer all your questions.
Yeah.
And I was the one that said that. And security came over to me later and asked me about it. They were like, "What did you say?" They were worried that I was going to say something about what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I knew it's just the media trying to, dig up a story on Scientology. At that time, I knew it was just the media trying to dig up a story on Scientology or something like that. And that's what I knew, because all I knew was about the tabloids at that time.
Okay.
Tom Cruise this or John Travolta that, something, something, something. And I never
So you
cared about
thought
any of
all
that.
media was like the tabloid.
All media was tabloid, yeah.
So that you didn't even realize there was like some media that was just like straight up just reporting.
Right. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's true. I did not know that until later. Much, much later, until probably in the last, when I went kind of like full tilt on the news thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was slow after I left 10 years ago. Slow. Anyways, how's your day?
It's going good. My boyfriend's making me be on the live thing, and I'm nervous, but I've had a good day.
You don't seem nervous.
I'm nervous.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're knocking it out of the park.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, we are back with WOG enthusiast Crystal Clarity.
Okay.
Tell us something clear, Crystal. Speaking of the microphone, if you dare.
Ice is clear a lot of times, and especially clear if you use hot water. It turns clearer than using cold water. Now there's a thing that you know. You're welcome.
So let's go back to the EPF.
Yeah, EPF.
And I was getting the interrogation because I wanted to leave.
Okay.
I had the thought of leaving.
Yes, 2 weeks in.
I'm in my session and I tell the auditor I have a secret. Where they're asking me for my secrets. And I'm saying, I thought about leaving. And they're like, "Oh, just before you thought about leaving, was there something you did that's a crime? Or something you did that was really bad?"
Yeah.
And so the confessional person was doing that. And what did they find out? What could I have done? What were some things that I thought were, OW for answers?
Do you ever just kind of like lie in those moments? Are you pulling it like, do you know definitively when they ask you something like that?
I never lie in those moments.
Okay.
You know why? They
Why?
report on you.
But what if
And if
like you
you're
don't really know what you did or what you thought of? Like my brain works different, and I would never be able to be like, "Ooh, I don't know what I was thinking about," half the time that I do things.
well, I believed in Scientology and I wanted it to work on me. So I thought I have to answer this
Okay,
question.
you have to do the process to get to the again, your goal is going up the bridge, across the bridge.
Yeah.
I hate
Tell me, what is that about crystal clarity?
Crystal Clarity thinks Scientology is dumb just based on the fact that you want to go up a bridge. You don't go up a bridge. You go over a bridge. Or alternatively, you could go up maybe a ladder or an elevator or a hill or a mountain, but you don't go up a bridge. Just my opinion.
Boom, mic drop. Okay, back to the ETF. I can't remember, and I don't really want to remember, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
All right. So
I
then
can't think of
it made you
anything.
feel better. You stayed in.
It made me feel better.
Mhm.
Yes. And made me not want to leave anymore.
Yeah.
Then
You
I
rededicated yourself to the concept of being in the Sea Org.
yes. Then but I used that same technique later on staff members.
Okay.
When I learned how to do the interrogating.
Yeah.
I learned how to do the exact thing when they wanted to leave. I learned how to do it in all kinds of ways to make it so that they would tell all their secrets in various forms, I think.
Yeah. The corgi is being goofy.
Yeah.
All right.
So that
Let's
is me on the
continue on.
EPF. I had to read a whole bunch of things, and I had to do a bunch of courses and stuff, and I had to learn where my status was and how you can increase your status in the Sea Org as a Sea Org member. Okay, so you have like your daily production week to week,
Okay.
but you can get to a higher rank, but it doesn't really give you any power except for a certain rank, which will make it so that everyone must call you Mr. Blank, even if you're a woman. So if it'd be for, let's say Sandy Somali, it would be Mr. Somali.
Yeah.
That's like one of the ranks you can get. I never got that rank.
Okay.
I never even made it that far.
So you were working on your status
Yeah.
by being a good
You
Sea
learn
Orger.
about these things
Okay.
on the EPF. And then so
It
yeah.
was a lot more intensive than what they promote it to be as far as the work involved.
Yeah. It's very intensive.
I know one thing you were
There's no free
saying
time.
you were upset about, and I think I've heard Aaron talk about it too. It's like Scientology does not care about your actual going up the bridge when you're a Sea Org member. They just want you to do all the work, right? Because very few Sea Org people are. Are there a lot of clears in the Sea Org?
There are not. In
Are
fact,
there are not a lot
that's
of
a really
clears.
good question, because a lot of clears ended up later not being clear. And so if you take all the Sea Org members, like I gave like 4 non-clear R factors. Let me just drink this.
Okay. What percentage wise do you think in the Sea Org are clear?
What percentage wise are clear? Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Probably less than, I mean, wow. I don't know. Oh man. My org, 6 people out of 120 in my org. ASHO.
Okay. I don't know
And
what
those,
that is off the top of my head, but it's less than 6%.
yeah, it's and then amongst those, there were the OT levels people.
Yeah. So of the 6, how many were OT8?
OT8, none.
0. What's the highest OT?
Yeah, there was like no OT8s in the Sea Org.
Okay. What's the highest OT?
that we know of, 8 OT8.
No, but that's in your Sea Org.
In the Sea Org?
Yeah.
What's the highest OT?
Yeah. Who's like,
Ooh, that's a good question. I would think Ray Midoff.
so what was his number? OT what?
As far as I know, 8.
Okay.
Like, we don't know about the other ones.
So there's
no one's
way
declared
more
anything later.
Okay, there's way more publics that are OTs and clears,
Way more.
which is really weird. So like I have a Christian background. And like in Catholicism, like the priest is the highest Catholic for all intents and purposes. I don't know specifics, but so you're saying all these people who work for the Scientology are actually like the lowest.
Right. Yes.
Do they say that when they're promoting this crap in the Delphis to be like, come be a Sea Org and never go up the bridge? Is that what they tell you?
No. They
Okay.
tell you. They don't really mention anything about the bridge other than that
Okay,
it's free.
Wink. It's free to
It's free.
do nothing on the bridge. You'll just be on it. Cool. Sign me up.
Sign me up. Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like it sucks. Sounds like they lied to you a lot. And sounds like they manipulated you in various ways, like a lot of ways.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Crystal Clarity, for that
You're welcome.
clear picture.
all right. Let's. Okay, are we done now?
We were talking about the EPF.
Okay.
And I wanted to leave, and then I used those techniques later on staff members to handle
them like you were handled.
Right, like the way I was handled.
Right.
But that would happen to me multiple times throughout my career. That same prior thing with the secrets and the interrogating.
Yeah.
In combination with much more things that we can talk about as well. You know, there was like a whole like a mental process they do on people to get them used to going in or out of things. And it's like some kind of I'm not sure what's happening. I know what's happening in the Scientology mind.
Okay.
But it's just, it makes that feeling of wanting to leave go away. And he even says that.
Yeah.
He even says sometimes people will want to leave things like groups or buildings or wherever. They'll just have the impulse, and you can do this process on them and it will just make it go away. And I did probably 150 of those on people, staff members.
Yeah. So there's 129 you said. So you did 150. So multiple times for everybody.
Oh, no. I used to also audit. At one point, I started to audit or do these confessionals and interrogations on a majority of the staff members on the whole base.
Okay.
The whole base, there was like 750 people to 1,000 people. They told us it was 1,000, but it was about probably 750 at even any given time.
So can you trust Scientology math at all if they're telling you 1,000, but really it's 750?
I didn't really give a hell what about the number.
Okay.
I was just auditing the staff members.
Yeah.
I didn't care to ask.
Yeah.
You know, how many people really are there?
Look, you grew up in this, right? You're probably conditioned from a kid to not ask questions, just to do as you're told.
Yeah, just have to follow the reference. That's probably
Yeah.
which is like the equivalent of do what you're told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
1,000 is really 750, right?
You
Just
should have
word
like a
clear.
tongue.
Okay.
Tongue when there's a crystal clarity moment.
I like it. I want a gong.
Yeah. So, thank you for guest starring, Crystal Clarity.
You're welcome.
And we are going to be ending off in 5.
Oh, wait, you have comments.
Oh, we have comments. My bad.
Scott, you were saying, do you want me to read? Do you want to read?
I can't read from here, but hold on, let me.
Okay.
I can read
I
it.
always talk about Huck. You love Huck. Huck said he showed up to EPF with his video game system. They just took it and said, you won't need this. He was like 14.
Can you
That's
say that
sad.
again?
No,
Couldn't hear it.
I can't say it again.
Uh-oh.
Huck said he showed up to EPF with his video game system. They just took it and said, you won't need us. And he was 14. That's so sad.
I do remember he said that. He told Scott that. Wow. That's interesting.
Dang.
Huh. So Huck said he showed up to the EPF with his video game system.
Right. Which means he probably thought he could just play it
need this
in downtime, right? You're 14. What do? You're playing video games. Hey, I'm going to go into this place. I should take my video game system with me. I'm going to have downtime. But no.
I think he might have been
No
16.
Sonic the Hedgehog for you.
I think he was 16. Honestly,
I wonder what Huck played. Do you know? Was he a Zelda guy? Was he a Mario guy? I love Mario.
Did you what system did you play on?
Dude, I don't even know. I just played stuff.
Oh. That's cool, dude.
All right.
Next.
All right. Do you want to read this one?
I'll read this.
Say the name though. That is our corgi barking in the background.
Oh my God, that's Richie Francoeur. I know him. Hi, Lewis. You're my supervisor at ASHO, and you were really good at it. I'm glad you're out and speaking out about all the abuse, coercion, cognitive dissonances, and gaslighting. ... Many dots.
Lots of dots.
Richie Francoeur. Yeah, were you on the pro metering course? Let's see here. He said anything more.
Oh, he said there's one from him.
Observed much verbal abuse.
Oh, well, click that one. Let it put up there.
Let me just see if he says anything about Richie.
Richie says he observed much verbal abuse
in Scientology.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I feel like they use that as a tactic to keep you guys in line for sure. Richie's also saying much of this abuse is, I guess, steam/allowed because the constant pressure to being upstate every week. It goes down the chain of command and creates cannibalism in the group. Do you guys kill each other and eat each other? I think that says cannibalism. It's hard to see. There's lots of lights. Cannibalism.
I don't think he's talking about with people eating people.
I know. He's not being like literal.
Okay.
He's making like, I don't know, allegory or something.
Okay.
But I get it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, he's probably like talking about how you guys had to like turn each other in a lot of times, you know, rat on your friends and stuff to make sure that they're still on course, you know?
Oh, okay. You're probably like, that's the cannibalism.
Yeah, because you're not, I don't know. I'm a wog. This is just from Crystal's wog brain. You're not like trying to get people. I don't know. You have to throw your other people under the bus in order in Scientology. I don't even know. Do you guys get further ahead? You personally, Lewis is there and he's like, you know what? I'm going to throw Scott under the bus.
Good question.
Yeah.
Crystal clarity.
Yeah.
So do we get further ahead? Yes. Yeah.
So you get 100%. Further ahead.
Yeah.
When you throw everyone else under the bus.
Yeah, you do get brownie points for it. Well, you have to do it. If you don't do it and you get caught being part of it, or you knew about it, even if you knew about it and you weren't part of it, and you don't report it, you're going to get the same punishment. And it really was that way. So if they had to stay up till 4 a.m., you know, in doing some kind of awful work, then I had to do it too.
Dang.
So,
That
or if I couldn't
SUPK.
go up the bridge for another year because of that,
Yeah.
that happened to me along with them if I didn't report it. But
Yeah.
I did report it to get, like, if you find SPs,
Mm-hmm.
you're you like are helping Scientology.
Yeah. Well, I found one. But he's pretty great, guys. You want to do the next one?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
You got
The
this.
bridge to nowhere. Exactly. You get it. He gets it. Where are you going? There is a bridge. But it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Scientology. Yay.
the bridge to nowhere. That's a good one. Okay. Nope. There we go. New term, Scientology math.
Hashtag. I love it.
Scientology math?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we got to write that one
We
down.
do. Good job, Scott.
Huckleberry, is he still at ASHO? No, he left the Sea Org a couple of years ago. You can find him on Instagram.
But we still think he's in.
Oh, he's definitely a Scientologist still. I
He's
messaged
still-
him and stuff, but he's not responding.
Huckleberry was so cool and funny. I've only heard stories, and I think Huckleberry sounds awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty freaking cool. He's so cool that David Miscavige made him his little pet project for like 5 years.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. One time, Huck ran into David Miscavige, and it was hell. And Huck told me that he got interrogated afterwards. This was he got years of interrogation, tons and tons of interrogation constantly, like every day, and by people that were really high up in Scientology, like in Religious Technology Center. He got actual interrogating from those people.
Yeah.
Because of what happened between him and David Miscavige. And he was just slacking off.
Yeah.
That's all. He was just slacking off. I don't know how old he was, but Dave Miscavige found him and another guy. And I know his name. I know the other guy's name, but I don't want to.
Okay,
I don't
you don't
want
have
to
to say it.
say like stir up anything.
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
And I want to stir up Huck though, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, we're trying to get Huck. Come on, Huck.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. But he got confessionals, and he had to do a lower conditions and send a binder of his lower conditions, which took him a whole year, to David Miscavige. And then David Miscavige had to assign and approve it to let him back into the group of ethical Sea Org members. That group.
Yeah.
So chairman of the board thought that Huck was an enemy of ethical Sea Org members.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and he wrote a whole letter to the base, and they read it out at the base meeting that Monday to 1,000 people or whatever would fit in there. She just read out the letter from chairman of the board, how disgusting it was, and like how awful, in various terms, modifiers about how awful these two out ethics cats were.
Because I think Aaron Smith Levin said that Huck was like a real good kid, but he was always in trouble. Like he was always in trouble. But David Miscavige saw this always in trouble kid and was like, I'm gonna make him a pet project.
Yeah, well, he wanted to make sure that. Okay, can I just tell you, this is from my mind in that time.
Okay, so this is Scientology Lose Mine.
Dave Miscavige just wanted him to do well. I wanted him to go up the bridge. He wanted him to do well on post as a supervisor. That's what Huck was. And I thought Dave Miscavige was trying to do that because Huck was getting auditing and stuff. And we always just wanted to get auditing.
Yeah, because that's how you go up.
Not necessarily. I just wanted to get auditing because all auditing, you get some sort of gain gain from. And
That's what going up means. Gain equals going up.
yes, gain is up. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Crystal Clarity. Dong. All right. So moving on. Thank you.
All right. Is that might be it?
Thank you for watching.
Yes. Thank you.